Our next speaker is Dr. Naveen Dahal, Senior Labs Safety Specialist in UT, well known throughout Austin Nepali community. Please come up the stage. Naveen Dahal.
Namaste. Good evening, everybody. Today, I'm standing in front of you to share the feeling of emotion, feeling of tragedy, and to express our condolences for the people of Nepal who lost their life in the devastating earthquake last Saturday. We are praying here for the peaceful rest of their soul in heaven. While I'm speaking here, many people are crying under the debris of concrete, bricks, soil, rock, and timber. Many of our brother and sister, dad and mom, grandpa and grandma are missing. At the same time, survivor family members and their relatives are waiting for good news of their loved one. Some family lost their member and no more in this world. Small kids who have dreamed to touch the future horizon of success are now without the parents and relatives. Their life of the country and the hope of the society collapse just like an avalanche. In the same way, it is very painful to share with you that several hundred years old archaeologically important iconic temples and never replicated symbol of civilization listed in UNESCO World Heritage List are partially or completely destroyed by a massive earthquake. Those were one of the ornament and beauty of our nation. We all know that life is precious gift of God and we save it for the good cause. We are trying our best and extending our efforts from every corner of the globe to help the survivor. For our efforts, the entire globe is joining their helping hands with the Nepalese people to save our country, all the way from Americas to Australia and Europe to Asia. We would like to thank everyone in this yard, especially Nepalese Student Association, UT Austin, the University of Texas at Austin, where myself associated with and I'm working with environmental health and safety. All the people of University of Texas at Austin, the government of United States of America, and the entire world. On this precious moment, we hope to have your warmest hand of support and cooperation with us. We believe the moment of tragedy will be defeated and happiness and progress will be revived soon. Any form of help, a single penny, a moral support, an encouragement, a motivation are the key to overcome this situation. Again, thank you for your reputable present over here. I'm also associated with one of the small community organization here at Austin, US Nepal Welfare Society. And if you want to donate or want to help in any forms, you can go for any of the organizations that exist in the city. And definitely the work put forwarded by our young guys, Nepalese Student Association, UT Austin chapter is highly commendable, and I would like to thank you for your efforts and work. Thank you very much. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Naveen Dahal. Next up is Angie Equitela. Please come up here.
Hello, everyone. So I went to Nepal about a year ago, and I've never seen a people more hardworking than the Nepalese. In Nepal, I met men and women that got up in the morning and carried 50 to 40 pounds on their backs up the mountain just to get food up to their families. I saw teens and children who had nothing compared to the mere 15-minute walk that we have to school from West Campus. They walked 10 to 15 miles in mountainous regions just to get the hope for a better future and the chance to get an education. In Nepal, I saw people that don't just dream for a better future. I saw people that had the determination to go achieve that dream. So Nepal might be a poor country, but they have the most hardworking people I've ever seen. And I read the NSA posts as soon as the earthquake hit, and I was just completely heartbroken by all the pain and destruction that they're facing right now. But I saw the most loving and united people. And I think it is the spirit of unity, which gives me the hope that they will come forth stronger than ever. I believe in Nepal, and I will invest in Nepal because I believe that Nepal has within them the spirit of hope and unity that will give them the strength to come out of this. But they can't do this alone. Nepal is the 31st poorest country in the world, and they can't do this without our help. As our first speaker put it, they have no food nor water or anything. So I encourage all of you to just help these people because I think that they will come forth and really strive for a better future. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. Our next two speakers are Sindhu and Alpha. They're both our Nepali UT students, and please come up the stage.
Hi everyone, we're going to share our personal experience of the earthquake.
Nepal struggled to sleep on Saturday night, away from homes and buildings under the gloomy sky. Throughout the night, the fitful sleep of those who survived Saturday's devastating 7.8 earthquake was disturbed constantly by the earth's rocking aftershocks as family members abroad were frantically trying to contact them.
Across the globe, the news of the disaster hit me very hard since most of my friends and family live in Nepal. I made endless phone calls to my loved ones hoping to hear the news of their safety. I was constantly in phone conversation with them throughout those 48 dreadful hours of aftershock. I could feel their fear and pain and the state of helplessness. In fact, the rocking lasted so long that my friends went on to say that they don't think they will survive.
You know how you sometimes count the pattern or tile of cracks on the bus or bathroom? Similarly, I knew which tiles on the road to school I did not want to take, and which was the perfect place to play hopscotch. Our childhood memories are embedded within these rocks and people around. Elderly on top of temple steps would call out to be careful to us. Unfortunately, I could not be there Saturday to give them the call or provide a helping hand to those students who were playing on the same ground as I was, and repay the elderly. My gut wrenched, and I did not know how to ask the tears to stop.
There are countless lessons here for us all, if only we are willing to learn. A country is only as resilient as its people, and no matter what we lose, as long as we have the people, we will rebuild and we will recover. But those of us who have survived must and will army on, if only in the memory of all that we have lost.
Thank you, Sindhu and Alpha. That was wonderful. Our next in line is Dr. Janet Bogue. She's the former U.S. Chargé d'Affaires to Nepal, and we're very lucky to have her. Please welcome Dr. Janet Bogue.
Good evening, namaste. Raise your hand if you feel very strongly that you should be in Nepal right now. I think all of us feel that we should be there. It should be our hands that are clearing the rubble and bandaging the wounded, but we're here and not there, and that's a very hard thing. I think I'm particularly grateful to the NSA for organizing this, because this is something we can do here. Not only remember those who've been lost and appeal for help, but really build the community of people who care about Nepal. To bring us together in the short term, we can give each other consolation and comfort and encouragement. In the long term, I hope we can stay in touch as a community, work together as a community, be strong as a community, because Nepal is going to need the community of people who care about it. I spent most of my adult life dealing with disasters, natural and human, and there is a sad truth that the world does move on, because there is always another disaster that it needs to pay attention to. And so it's really going to be up to us, up to you, up to all of us, to stay connected, stay committed, and keep on working to help Nepal in the very long road that it has ahead to rebuild. So please stay in touch, stay together, help each other, work together, and together we can find some good things to do for Nepal. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Roshan Shrestha. He's a student in UT, Nepali student, and he has written a poem for us. Please welcome Roshan Shrestha.